Putting out fires is all in a day's work for today's career, but there's many other critical jobs they do too. Let's find out as we meet the firefighter. Hi.
Hey.
Brian.
Nice to meet you, Steven.
Nice to meet you.
Let me show you around.
Okay.
I am Steven Beard. I am a professional firefighter in Fort St. John, BC. A firefighter is somebody who wants to make a difference in their community. They are responding to fires, they're responding to motor vehicle incidents, we're cutting people out of cars, we're going into burning buildings and putting the fire out. There are no 2 days that are the same as a firefighter. Every day of the week has a responsibility that has to be taken care of. For example, on Mondays are air packs. Every single air pack gets tested, checked. So every truck gets checked every day. All the equipment on the truck gets checked every day. We do all of our own fire hall maintenance here. And then at any time of any day, an emergency can arise that changes the dynamic of the entire day. Yeah, you gotta get your shoes on. Gotta be doing this as quick as possible. Okay. You want your gear ready for you when you come down, because it could be 3 in the morning out of a dead sleep that you're doing this. Okay. Everything's designed to protect you from heat and flame.
We got clips right here. Clips. These clip together. And Velcro.
See you on the truck.
Yeah, you got it. Okay, so what kind of hours am I looking at working a job like this?
We're working anywhere, typically it's a 44-hour week, but you could be working for days on end. Once a fire comes in, you're committed to that fire till it's over. And even once the fire's out, you've got to do all your cleanup, all your hose redecking. Our typical shift is 2 10-hour day shifts, 2 14-hour night shifts, but in reality, you never know what the day's gonna bring. I was in the oil patch up here in Fort St. John, and I actually took an aptitude test, and firefighting was right at the top. Typically, professional firefighters have to have a 1001 course. It's like a pre-apprenticeship course where they teach you all the basics of being a firefighter. Everything from hazmat to confined space to driving. All firefighters have to have a Class 3 driver's license at a minimum. Once you're hired on, you have 4 years of continuing training where you're basically a probationary firefighter. And in that 4 years, you are constantly taking education and fulfilling all the needs as far as your municipality requires for certifications. After that, you become a first-class firefighter. You are always taking some course. Our first responder, we have to recertify. Our hazmat, if you're a tech or an ops level, you have to recertify. And then ongoing training just to keep up with technology and firefighting tactics never ends.
Dispatch, rescue 1's on scene.
You have to be good with your hands. Being a firefighter is definitely hands-on. You're running chainsaws, you're running hydraulics. You have to understand the dynamics of putting pressure at a point and where it's going to release.
Okay, so if we're going out to a fire, as you're approaching the fire, you're going to just get a big, like a view of what everything's going on and what your duties are going to be when you get there. Usually in my position, I'd be grabbing the hydrant kind of thing and hooking up the truck to that so we can get some water going right away. And of course, safety is number one for us.
Being social is a crucial part of being a firefighter, not only within the firefighters themselves, but you also have to be able to interact with the public, both through education. We do fire inspections, so all of the businesses in town get inspected by us. There's always an opportunity for a lieutenant or a captain's position. Typically, they're hired on seniority with qualifications. So if you have 2 people with the same qualifications, the more senior person is going to get that job. Advice to becoming a firefighter, I definitely would suggest going and doing the 1001 program. And then the last thing I think I'd suggest is be sure you like the community that you're applying in, because firefighting isn't a career that you typically can transfer from municipality to municipality. We are hired by our city, so being so seniority based, once you end up at a fire department, if you're going to transfer, you're starting right back at the bottom again. There's so many favorite parts about being a firefighter. The camaraderie, You honestly end up with a second family. Firefighting can be awesome. It's exciting, it's fun, and all of us absolutely love being a firefighter.
Thanks for showing me around, and thanks for keeping us all safe out there.
It's our job. We did good.
Thanks. Once again, I'm Brian for Career Trek, reminding you that this career could be yours. See you next time.